All right, everyone, Mike here with the watch list video for Friday, September 29th. The SPY got a little bounce today. I can't remember. I think the 200 day somewhere around, probably around here. So we did bounce above the 200 day. I still think one of these days we're going to see it, but we'll see. Anyway, nice bounce today. I couldn't work this morning, so I didn't watch the market at all. I was busy. I jumped in the afternoon. I caught one trade. I took one trade today. There's a screenshot I took in chat. Grabbed it through, I tried to grab it through 25.50. I just did a market order, as you can tell. Got filled at 25.49 and sold at 27.91. So that sounds like a pretty cool trade, right? Like what, $2.40 something cents maybe? But, and this is why I was telling people in chat, this really wasn't that good of a trade because, I was risking, $1.50-ish was my line, maybe $1.40. My line in the sand was right around 24.10, which for me is a wide stop. But I told you guys I would give you the reason why I sat through this red candle. And Wayne chimed in and guessed it, right? One is position size. I took the correct position size here such that if I get stopped out, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. So I took it small and then my stop again. I don't usually give something that kind of wide of a stop, but if you watch SLNO trade, you better realize it's not a normal trader. Bids can fall off and it can drop $1 in a second, right? So knowing how it trades, I took it and I put my stop kind of wide. It didn't get hit, and then when we finally got that late day push, I sold. I was actually trying to sell at 28. I think some sells went off at 28, but mine didn't fill. So then, and that was when it was up here. And then I just did a market order. And that's when I got filled at 27.91. So pretty darn close to the top though. So it was a nice trade. But when you look at R, how much I was risking, not so great. It was maybe 1.5 R, something like that. So anyway, but the only trade I took today, so I'd share that. What are we watching for tomorrow? Let me type that correctly this time. GRTS. Nice volume and a pretty strong close. We're going to watch that one tomorrow. You guys know I'm a day trader, so I'm not in any of these. It'll be hopefully intraday trades tomorrow, right? Peloton gapped up, a close below its open. It still didn't completely roll over, so I am going to watch it. That's PTON. SLNO, very, very strong. Talked about that trade I took today. I'm definitely going to watch it tomorrow. VSAT, I'm not in love with this, but I've been watching it for a bounce for days, right? Finally, we got a green candle, so a lot of times you will get, a follow-up green candle the next day. The daily chart's ugly, but sometimes you can get a follow-up of a bounce like that. I'm a day trader, so I'm going to watch it. AYTU, huge move today, certainly extended, but I'll be watching it tomorrow, and then probably get some better setups in if we get a lower volume pullback for next week. FEMY, pretty interesting chart. Had the big rip, then the gap down in the narrow day, then a gap down today, and actually a bigger rip, so that's holding up pretty darn well. So I want to watch that one. ARM, not in love with this, but it's only been trading a couple weeks, and it's starting to curl back up. So I am going to keep an eye on that. If you look at, let me try to go 5-minute candles here. Your 5-minute candles definitely got a nice push at the end of the day. So that I saw that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put this on my radar tomorrow. OMH, I've got to zoom in to show you this one. All right, there you can kind of see it now. Big volume here. The very next day, it topped out at 296. Pushed down a little bit, but it's working its way right back up. So over this horizontal line here, maybe over 3, this thing might get going. One note though, what did it trade today? 183,000 all day. So it feels like there's not a lot of people watching this thing, right? Anyway, I'm going to have it on a chart. Excuse me, GLTO. I talked about over 75 cents was interesting to me. Then today it gapped down, but had a pretty strong day. So I still kind of like it over 75 cents. We'll see. GEO. I put a horizontal, watch my horizontal line there. Kind of tried to break out. Okay, there. Kind of tried to break out of what I would call this sort of cup and handle yesterday, but gave a lot of it back on that, topping tail, but then it's holding up pretty well. So you got a quiet inside day today after that move yesterday. So I do like it as a potential third day play. CYTK. That's pretty good volume and pretty big kind of engulfing candle there. So maybe we get a follow through on that bounce. A couple more SE, which has been really strong. Today was inside of yesterday's range. So I still think this one might break out above whatever this high was back here. Somewhere around 45.80ish. So you might get a pop there, right? I like the inside day. And then lastly, NEE, really beaten up for 3 days. A lot of times a setup like that, you can get a nice snapback bounce. So I will treat that as we treat all bounce plays, and you guys know in chat, you know what to look for. We'll add gappers to this list in the pre-market as well, and let's hope to have a good day tomorrow. I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat.